Tuscaloosa County, which is good news. Let's go back to the radar. We're going to go to Mark Prater in just a second. We have, I understand, confirmed damage out here. But again, I can't tell you enough to take this thing seriously. And again, understand this tornado is probably in this region right now. So if you live in Pleasant Grove, Hueytown, Mulga, Inslee, Fairfield, Bessemer, Lipscomb, any of these communities out here in the western part of Jefferson County, go to a safe place immediately. Mark, back to you.
James, we're getting a report from the Sheriff's Office in Jefferson County. Oakwood High School has been hit by a tornado. They've confirmed that it does have some damage to it. I believe it's Block 17, the highway out there near Oakwood High School, that they have confirmed that there has been some damage to Oakwood High School. And this particular storm has been showing about as good a signature as you could possibly get with a possible tornado, and that continues to move towards the Hueytown area. But if you're in Oak Grove, you need to be in a place of safety immediately. And for those of you in Hueytown and Pleasant Grove, across parts of western Birmingham, go ahead and go to a place of safety now. This storm is now making its turn towards the east, and it looks like parts of downtown Birmingham will be affected by this. But we've already had confirmation of a tornado touching down from this storm. James?
Okay, Mark, that would be Oak Grove High School and Lock 17 Road. That's the area out here in western Jefferson County. The tornado has passed Oak Grove, and since we've had reports of damage at Oak Grove High School, Lock 17 out in this area, that means this thing is on the ground. Let's look that way with our tower cam now, Birmingham Tower Link 3340. And again, you're looking back into western Jefferson County. Of course, being dark, you won't see much unless lightning illuminates the storm. And as it approaches that site, yeah, we had a power failure. Did you guys see that? Look at the lights down there go off. That looks like a massive power failure over the western section of Birmingham. That's not an illusion. I think we had a power failure as those high winds are coming into the western part of the Birmingham metropolitan area. And let me say this, if we lose power, if something happens to our television signal, we have a very complex transmission system. We got J.B. Elliott on Magic 96 and WERC radio, and if by chance we have to go to that, we will. So you can listen to us on the radio, 960 AM, 96.5 FM or 102.5 FM. There you go. There's the hook. I mean, this is just classic, and this could be a large tornado as it moves into western Jefferson County. So again, we just stress a sense of urgency here for those of you in these communities to go to a safe place immediately. Don't wait on this. More than likely, this will stay north of McCalla. Again, Bessemer, I'll just say from Bessemer on up into these suburbs. We want you in a good, safe place right now. Now, we've had damage out here. We have had injuries reported in some areas back in Tuscaloosa County from the same storm. This looks like a supercell-type thunderstorm. So this is a very urgent situation. Now, let's go back to the big picture. A lot of people don't live in Birmingham. They want to see what's happening where they live, and let's just run through all of this. There's a tornado in Lawrence County. Winston County, you're okay right now. So for Winston County, let's give an all clear for the moment. We have a line of storms coming in to the Alabama-Mississippi state line. That's a Bow Echo type configuration, probably damaging straight line wind. That might produce a tornado near Columbus and Lowndes County. That will be crossing over into Lamar County. That's a tornado right there. Here's Tuscaloosa and Northport, a possible tornado that will be crossing the Tuscaloosa-Pickens County line into Tuscaloosa County, and that looks like it will affect pretty much the cities of Tuscaloosa and Northport. So if you live in Tuscaloosa County, specifically the metropolitan area of Tuscaloosa and Northport, be aware there's a tornado only about 15 miles or so due west of you. In the Birmingham metropolitan area, that is a very devastating-looking tornado, and again, that is located out in the area just west of Pleasant Grove and Hueytown, moving towards the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. So needless to say, we have a tornado warning for Jefferson. This will be mainly the central and northern part of Jefferson County. Tornado warning for Blount County. A tornado now a little to the east of Aniana, moving to the east. If that holds together, it could affect Etowah County. A tornado in Marshall County that's crossing over into DeKalb County. Tornado warnings in effect here, mainly for eastern Marshall, east of 431 into DeKalb County. So if you live from Boaz on back into the area near Rainsville, Fort Payne, you want to be in a safe place in your home right now. And then looking back into the area around Anniston, Heflin. These are severe thunderstorms. We're not ignoring you, but there's no indication of a tornado there. Large hail and strong winds, a good possibility, but we have to focus on these areas where the weather is somewhat life-threatening. This is Randolph County. Again, we don't see any evidence of a tornado there. So that's the basic big picture concept. And I will say this storm down here in Greene County, west of Utah, even though we don't have a formal warning for Greene County, wouldn't be a bad idea to go to a safe place. And let's go to Storm Alert. This is going to show all the warnings. And let's focus on these red counties. These are counties under tornado warnings: Pickens, Tuscaloosa, Jefferson, Blount, Marshall, DeKalb, Winston. I think you're okay now. Lawrence, Colbert, Chambers. The counties in yellow, those are severe thunderstorm warnings: Lamar, Marion, Walker, Etowah County, Calhoun, Cleburne, Clay, and Randolph. The storms in those areas could produce damaging straight-line winds and large hail. The counties in green under a tornado watch. And notice even tornado warnings back into the Mississippi area. I believe that's Forest County here. We'll watch those as they move closer. But let's go back to our radar. And as we do that, we want to show you the Anniston Tower camera very quickly. There's a look at the storms in the Calhoun County area. What you're going to see here are lightning strikes and some very impressive shots at that. Of course, in a case like this, lightning really the last of our concern. The main concern, the tornadoes. So far, the damage over in Tuscaloosa County, western Tuscaloosa County, is extensive, but the injury report not as bad as first thought from that church out around Coker and Elrod. There's your tornado. By the way, we have news crews on the way to all of these areas. As soon as we have video, we'll pass it on to you. Hueytown, there's your tornado. So again, it's going to be north of Bessemer. I think for Bessemer, we can almost say this will be north of you. Still wouldn't hurt to be in a safe place. There's the tornado right there. We've had damage out here. Oak Grove High School, the road going out toward the old Lock 17 on the river, and that's going to move in this general direction. So just maybe Hueytown, it's going to stay north of you. Concord, it's awfully close. There's the hook. See the curl in the rain pattern right there. So the tornado in this region, right in here. Okay, I'm sorry, Keith, we had a tornado where? Right in Bethany. That's the one back in Tuscaloosa County about an hour ago that damaged the church. That was a tornado indeed. And again, fortunately, we understand the injuries were minor, but that's a developing story. So here we go. Possible tornado coming like this. This is Mulga up Highway 269. We're talking around Bayview Lake, Sylvan Springs, Pleasant Grove, even down to Concord and Hueytown. Now, you want to be in a good, safe place here. Let's don't gamble with the specifics, because oftentimes you think you're here in Hueytown, you see that it's going to pass north of you. Yes, tornadoes are very small, but this could be one of these large tornadoes. And with the damage reports we've had coming in, it's a good idea just to take this seriously as though it were a larger tornado. But specifically, the prime target seems to be in through here. This is Inslee along Interstate 59 and 20. And again, that's 269 headed up toward Bayview Lake, Mulga, and Sylvan Springs. Pleasant Grove, of course, is located here. Then you get into the downtown Birmingham area, right in through here. Fairfield and Midfield, you get the idea. And even up into this region, Forestdale, Fultondale, even Adamsville. We just want you in a good, safe place until this thing passes. As we get additional reports of damage, we'll pass that on to you. And do we have the Birmingham Tower camera back up? If we do, I want to go back and look at that. This is looking west into the storm, and it looks like it's pouring rain up on Red Mountain. You're looking to the west, and a lot of those lights went out. Some of them apparently have come back on. And of course, again, as soon as the storms pass, we'll start gathering information on power outages for you. But again, we'll just try and pass along the critical weather data at this point. And needless to say, a lot of lightning there. But until we get into a position to see that right rear flank of the storm, I just can't show you a lot from that. So let's go back to the radar. And again, Mark, if we can, let's go to the big picture, the view of all of our coverage area to point out the various tornadoes. I know this is not the only one, so we'll try and spend our time with this big view for just a moment.